Sweet, beautiful souls, welcome back. Every time that we forget, we open up a deeper opportunity to remember. This is what I feel is taking place right now in so many beautiful souls. I'm witnessing it within myself, and as I look out into the collective, is this continual forgetting who we are, what we are, our truth, our mission, who we are on a soul level. And yet then we keep finding our way back to remembering, whether it's through healing, going to nature, connecting with a person, and we find our way back into this remembrance. We come back into the heart. We feel what it's like to be home in our bodies and in our truth. And every time this happens, it's actually an opportunity to come deeper into remembering. These are the key codes of remembrance that are being unlocked within us. So as we dive into these energetic key codes, I think that this is a really fun way to look at learning, because I believe we are having this opportunity, being presented with this opportunity of unlearning the way that we've even just been learning, so that we may learn a new way of learning, and learning what these next steps and next things are for us here in our evolution and evolvement. Now, whenever you're listening to this or watching this, is going to be absolutely perfect. But for myself personally, and as I witness in many others, it feels like this really big turning point taking place, almost a fresh slate type energy of like really witnessing and realizing that everything has brought you to right here, right now. And as we look at this and view this and come into this understanding, there's a deeper coming home. There's a deeper revealing of our truth and our love and our heart and our mission here in this world, which vastly encompasses you just being you and your light and radiating at your core frequency. What I want to really bring forth, though, in this understanding of coming into our truth, is realizing that every single truth that you have held in your being and every single thing that you have pursued along your journey has been exactly perfect and exactly needed. And this is one of the hardest things, I believe, in spiritual growth, in consciousness growth, and in just human growth in general. And really just like evolving as and growing up and maturity, is allowing these old parts of ourselves to literally die, but seeing them not as bad or wrong. I think that we've been programmed to see that we have to evolve and to change through pain and through like, this was really bad, so I need to create something new. We're getting rid of that, because I want you to just for a moment imagine and see, just allow your mind to reveal to you all of these turning points at your journey. So for me, I witness, for instance, in my path and my journey, I started as like a food blogger, which maybe some of you have been following me since then, doing food blogging, which totally happened just like it did. I didn't even know that that was such a thing back then. I just was like, fun. Like, I like to take pictures of my food, and let's just do that. Fun. It's always fun when I record these, you guys, because I like am called every once in a while to look outside of my window right here, and I just saw a car with 888 It was like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anyways, as I started as a food blogger, it was like that served a time and a purpose, and that was my truth. that was my truth of this is what is my mission and what I'm here to do. And then as I really got into like the deeper aspects of health, I was like, no, like I need to figure out how to heal my body, and I want to help others heal their body because I was in so much pain and struggling with my body and health. So that's where I went and became a nutritionist, and then through that I became seeing really like the power of the mind and the unconscious and subconscious mind, like how do we actually work on this level? And that's where the hypnotherapy came into place, and that was like my truth then, is like this powerful modality. And then as I continue to evolve and grow, it was like, okay, now we have more messages to share. I have more messages to share about all of these other aspects of spirituality and my growth. And it goes, I see that it goes beyond just mastering our unconscious and conscious mind. But I see now that like all of these truths that I have held along my journey have been exactly needed. And so while those are no longer my here and now truth, I see and have so much gratitude and reverence and understanding that those were the truths that I needed and the steps that I needed in order to get to where I am now. So perhaps for you, it's so fascinating too, because sometimes we can look back at things in our journey and be like, oh my gosh, like that, or while we're doing it, we're like, how does this even make any sense as to like what I actually want to do, what I actually want to do. And I would like to offer that what you are doing right now is absolutely perfect, because here's the thing, whatever you're doing right now, maybe there's a person you need to meet, maybe there is a specific certain skill you need to learn. Like I think back to my days of before all of this, when I was just like a server at restaurants, or the fact that I got my undergrad in communication with a minor in philosophy and business. Like I was so lost, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but like I really like these topics, right? And now I'm like, it's like the puzzle piece of like, oh, I totally see how like the philosophy was like that little like, that was like the spark in me to like expand my consciousness and awareness, and the communication of like learning how to communicate. And it's so funny, someone actually even commented, and I've had a few people say this to me now, of that my aura is blue, which is the throat chakra. And um so having that communication background and like learning and understanding how to use words and language, which has continued to evolve and expand and grow way beyond what I ever learned in college, of like, how do we use our words? How do we express words and language and vibrations and the frequencies that lie beneath these words? And I believe that as we get into this, like words and language and communication hold key codes to unlock parts within us, which is incredibly powerful. So this was the paradigm. So and then oh, so funny, because I see too, as like being a server, it was like that was the paradigm and model that I needed to see in order to know that I absolutely cannot work that way. I can't work that way. My body is not designed. I'm a projector in human design. And not to say the projectors can't be servers, because they absolutely can, but like working that way and going to college and having another job, like I was just working so much, and my body, oh my goodness, you guys, it is driving by again. Another one, the 888. Wow. Those are some abundance codes for you and some key codes for you. And what all of this that I'm sharing, I want you to, the invitation here is to see that our old ways of learning are now expiring. No, they're correct. I'm being corrected. They're not expiring. It's we're being given the opportunity to evolve and step into a new way of learning. So others will continue to learn in this old way, and there's a time and a place to learn in like this old way of learning. Now we are being given the opportunity to learn in a new way, to unlock things within us in a new way. And our old paradigm and traditional way and programming, honestly, of learning is like we go to school, we watch things, like this, but the opportunity lies within the vibrations and the frequency. So just as though we can heal our bodies with vibration and frequency, we can also learn with vibration and frequency. So what someone is sharing, they're the words. And then there is the vibration and frequency underneath the words. And these are what actually shift us. These are what actually land, and these are what create change, and these are what actually create these imprints within us to unlock and expand these parts of ourselves, these perhaps dormant parts of ourselves that we are wishing to unlock. And I believe that these can take place in two ways. The first being when we interact with others, they're going to invoke and unlock, and even just receiving and watching and listening to this has the potential to unlock something within you that you wished to not forget, or that now is the time to remember. That is something within you that you know that you have this power, that there is your truth here waiting to reveal itself to you, but also through time and space alone. And I've witnessed both of these become, one is not good or right or better than the other. There are different ways. And the other is going to be alone with, well, of course, we're never really alone, but with you and source, God, divine, the universe, right? Your guides, your angels, your soul, and learning in this format and this pathway. And this is, for me, when I go into nature, learning from the earth, learning from God, learning from source, learning, asking that these parts of me be shown so that I can come into deeper remembrance. And also, though, it really takes both. I think we actually need both. We need both. For example, I met this woman who I had wanted to, and I'm not going to share the specific modality, but I was really wanting, I had been studying this type of modality for years of it's just a system and way of learning, right? And every time I try to learn this part about myself, I just was so confused. Well, this woman specializes in it. So we get together, I talk with her, and I was I get to hear how she approaches it and how she works with it and helps others work with it. Wow, this is so fascinating. So that evening, to just be in her energy and learning it from her, she wasn't teaching me by any means, but hearing how she works with it and how it's her whole practice and business. And I was wow, this is so fascinating. So that evening, I just hear the guidance to go and on YouTube and literally pull up a quote random video, and within the first 30 seconds, that modality, the woman talks about that modality, and I was okay, Jasmine, let's look into this again. And I did, and it was this whole portal opened up, and all of a sudden I understood it. Whether I understood it, yes, understood it. And now it's a tool that I use in my growth and evolution, and even with others. This is so cool. And this is what I mean by it's an osmosis. We can literally learn through osmosis. Think about the implications for this in your life. This is what I mean by the opportunity to learn in a new way is shifting and changing and evolving. Because what we used to have to spend years, whatever, days, months, weeks, years learning, we can literally now learn vibrationally. We can learn vibrationally through being in the presence of others. And this is always, people have always said surround yourself with the people that you want to be like, but this is a layer deeper of in the body, unlocking the key code within you of remembrance of that. And here's the thing, if you're not supposed to know it, you're not going to remember it. But if you are meant to know it in this lifetime, at this time, you will. It will unlock with you. If there is something that you are wanting to do and become and achieve and create and see in this world for yourself and your life, know that remembering and that key code within you can be unlocked. So this could be to be a parent. This could be to have a certain vocation or job or expression of yourself and your gifts. This could be to live in a certain place. This could be to facilitate in a certain type of something. This could be to learn a certain type of modality. This could be to be in a certain type of gathering and organization of some sort. It doesn't really matter, like a big, small, whatever. Like there's an opportunity here for us to learn radically, quickly, exponentially, so that we may fulfill our mission and be of the greatest service to the whole and really live in our divine alignment. This is, I believe, the opportunity that is here for us right now. So much of the old ways of how we viewed and perceived and learned and gathered and created, healed, connected, all of it is like, there's just such a large opportunity, but we have to expand our consciousness and expand, and not in like a forceful way, but like just think beyond the paradigm of the box that we are always putting ourselves in. And every time, like, I think that like, oh, this makes sense, I get it, inevitably it's wiped away so that I can see a new perspective. And then that is wiped away so that I can see a new perspective. Because what my guides have like shared with me is that you have an opportunity in every single moment to die and be reborn. Every single moment. And in every single moment, that means you have a new opportunity for a new truth, a new perspective, a new vantage point, a new way to view the world. And that is what I'm finding myself in right now. Is like the other day, like just yesterday, I was so frustrated because a few days prior I had had this huge remembrance unlocked within me. It felt like everything shifted and changed. Everything. It was like I understand now what I'm here to do. Like on like the next level of my mission, like it just clicked so deeply. And then the day after, it was like I felt the power. And then the day after that, it was like, what happened? It was like my memory was wiped. And it was like, no, what happened to that feeling of like, I know. And it was like, you're being presented another opportunity to forget so that you can come into deeper remembrance. So then yesterday I wake up and I'm just like beside myself, like totally beside myself of just like feeling. And I share this because this is so human. This is so human. And this is part of the experience. This is part of our growing and evolvement. And this is part of the remembering process, is forgetting. It's part of it. But as yesterday morning, I felt so deeply like I was just in it, like not in my miracle frequency by any means. And what I was invited to do is like remove myself. So just like go work somewhere else, which was great. And then of course, spend some time in nature. And I cannot even tell you, by the end of that day, within like 5 hours, I went from like such inner turmoil to like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to like put into words. I just, such internal ecstasy and bliss and divine remembrance of like, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source divine, for bringing me home. And this doesn't mean that we're like living. This doesn't mean that this has to be about, I just feel someone wondering, like, this doesn't have to be about our mission or our purpose. Like, this is just a coming home to yourself. And inevitably, when you come home to yourself, you move in the world completely differently. And what this really is, these energetic key codes that are being unlocked, are really us just coming home. They're us coming home to who we are. I I really don't believe there's a greater gift you can offer the world than you coming home to yourself. Because when you come home to yourself, everything opens up. Everything opens up, everything shifts, everything changes, everything expands, everything evolves, because you have the capacity to see and feel differently. You have the capacity to now widen your lens. You have the capacity to hold more in the body, to feel more in the body, to be more in the body. And thus, the deeper we ground into the body, the higher up we can go into all of the realms. And this was the part that I feel I was personally missing for a long time in my journey of I could go way up into all of the realms, but grounding it into the body, that's where that's part of that's part of the earth experience we came to have. And that's like the awakenings and awarenesses that we're having right now are truly life shattering, life changing, not shattering. I'm going to say, yes, life changing, life altering in the best possible way. The best possible way. That's what I've been having right now. Of these just like holy guacamole. What just was revealed to me changes everything. That's what I've been experiencing. And if we just experience that, but not grounded in the body, it's just a fleeting thing. So this is what we're learning and merging with. And this is what I'm being revealed and being shown. And I feel like I need to like do, oh my gosh, like a whole episode about this. What I was shown is like, because I'm always like on this like health is really important, but the energetics and spirituality is really important. But the health is so important to unlocking the spirituality and energetics, and that spirituality and energetics is so important to unlocking the health. And what I was shown the other day, again, clicked like key code unlocked within, it's both. I saw like this infinity symbol. They showed me this infinity symbol of like, think of it like this, like the health, working on your health and healing your body will unlock things for you spiritually and energetically. And working on your spiritual growth and ascension and really like learning and working with energy is going to heal your body and expand your health and make you more resilient and capable and you know, wherever you are on the spectrum of well-being, it's going to improve that and amplify that. Or if you're struggling with your health, heal you. And so it's like this ever evolving, and like as we unlock one, it's going to unlock aspects of the other. I feel like I should do a whole episode about that. But this is what I mean of like these, and this is what I mean by key codes. This is like within me, I knew this. And now it's like, and I've always known this, right, with my mind, but now I like, oh, ah, deeply understand it. And as I say that, they're like, and there's more, there's another layer. There's always going to be another layer of coming and understanding. And that's why, like, the invitation is to always be available to be, have parts of you die and be reborn, die and be reborn, because that is the cycle and circle of life, is allowing what was to have served and then let it fall away so that you can become and see and birth and allow and become all that you have desired to be at a soul level. And ultimately allowing this sweet nectar of the present moment to reveal to you all that you need, because it is always revealing to you all that you need. It's just attuning our eyes and our hearts, ultimately our hearts, to open to receive it. If you didn't catch the episode I did about what I really learned during my time off of social media and just like being with myself, that was like a few episodes ago. I definitely recommend giving that a listen or a watch, because that is really like the new paradigm we're shifting into, of like leading and living and learning and evolving and giving and receiving and being with and through our hearts. That's really the biggest thing and secret I think that I'm learning right now too. Huge key code in there. So these key codes, what I have been alluding to this whole time, is like they're just parts of ourselves that they're unlocking and expanding and opening and revealing to us at such magnificent increments and intervals. And that's going to require more and more of time for you to really like integrate them and allow them to reveal and land in the body. Okay. So one of the best ways to do this, if you're like, okay, I'm like, what's the next step for me? I truly could not recommend more my divine remembrance meditation. This will help you come into divine remembrance. Or if you're ready for the next level, the miracle frequency. Not only do you get the divine remembrance meditation, but you get the miracle frequency. You get to live in the miracle frequency. This is what we are evolving into. This is what we are expanding into. This is the shift to live into magic, miracles, synchronicities in our daily life, period. This is available for all of us. As I have witnessed this be birthed through me and been implementing these and listening to these and coming into deeper understandings, these have unlocked the key codes in me of remembering, of truth, of my truth. There's nothing greater that you could give to this planet and our ascension than being in your truth, whether that is through the miracle frequency or another means. Come into your truth, learn who you truly are, and you are a beacon of light. You are a portal of expansion for others, for humanity, for yourself. That is what we're being invited into right now. So if you are not in the miracle frequency, I'm going to put the details below. I truly could not recommend it anymore. It will shift you. It will up-level you. You will not only see magic and miracles and synchronicities, but you will elevate to a new frequency. That is what it's designed to. It's designed to unlock these key codes within you so that you may live the life that your soul has always desired for you and really come into this expansion of the now moment to see everything that is revealing itself to you. It's really attuning our eyes and ultimately, as I shared, our hearts to see and receive this and believe this and know this as truth. So with that, my loves, I'm sending you all infinite love and light.